Cowboys fans across the nation, brace yourselves because we have massive breaking news coming straight out of Dallas, and this one is sure to set the NFL world on fire. The ink is dry, the handshake has been sealed, and the contract is officially closed. Trey Hendrickson, one of the league's most dominant pass rushers, is now a Dallas Cowboy. Yes, you heard that right. The deal is done, it's official, and the Cowboys have just made a power move that is already making waves from coast to coast. Trey Hendrickson is in Dallas, and he's bringing the thunder to America's team. As word of the contract began to surface early this morning, fans, analysts, and insiders scrambled to confirm what many thought was too bold to be true. Hendrickson, who has been an absolute beast on the defensive line in recent seasons, has agreed to terms with the Cowboys in what is being described as one of the most exciting acquisitions of the offseason. The deal, finalized overnight at Cowboys headquarters in Frisco, was the result of rapid negotiations that moved at lightning speed over the past 48 hours. Insiders say the talks began quietly but intensified after Jerry Jones personally reached out to Hendrickson's agent and made it clear that Dallas wasn't just interested, they were ready to make it happen. Trey Hendrickson arrives in Dallas after making his name as a relentless edge rusher who brings pressure, power, and precision to every snap. With over 50 career sacks and a reputation for showing up in the biggest moments, Hendrickson adds immediate firepower to a Cowboys defense that was already stacked with talent. But now, with Hendrickson opposite Micah Parsons, quarterbacks across the NFL better start watching their backs because Dallas just built one of the scariest pass-rushing duos in the game. The contract details, while not officially released in full, are believed to be a multi-year deal loaded with performance incentives and guaranteed money. This wasn't just a depth signing or a hopeful addition. This was a strategic, deliberate, and aggressive move by a front office that is laser-focused on bringing a championship back to Dallas. Jerry Jones said as much during an impromptu press gathering outside the Star, stating, "This is a big piece for us. We believe in building a defense that can dominate, and Trey Hendrickson fits that vision perfectly. He's a leader, he's a warrior, and he's a Cowboy now." The buzz surrounding Hendrickson's arrival is electric. Fans are already showing up at the facility with homemade signs and jerseys bearing his name. The team store reportedly saw a spike in demand within an hour of the news breaking. Media outlets from NFL Network to ESPN to local Dallas sports radio are dedicating wall-to-wall coverage to the story. Everyone wants to know what this means for the Cowboys and how big of an impact Hendrickson can have in the upcoming season. The answer is simple. This move changes everything. Hendrickson's presence on the line not only brings more sacks, more quarterback hurries, and more forced fumbles, but it also frees up other playmakers on the defense. With offensive lines now forced to account for both Hendrickson and Parsons, the Cowboys' ability to create havoc in the backfield just doubled. It opens up opportunities for the secondary, it increases the turnover potential, and most importantly, it sends a message to every team in the NFL: the Dallas Cowboys mean business. Mike McCarthy, speaking to reporters after practice, couldn't hide his enthusiasm. "We're fired up," he said. "Trey is the kind of guy you want in your locker room and on your field. He brings intensity, intelligence, and toughness. He's all about winning, and that's exactly what we're about this season." McCarthy went on to say that Hendrickson will begin working with the defensive unit immediately and is expected to participate fully in minicamp and all off-season activities. The players are just as thrilled. Micah Parsons welcomed his new teammate on social media with a post that simply read, "Let's eat." CeeDee Lamb chimed in too, saying, "Our defense just got scarier." DeMarcus Lawrence, one of the veterans on the line, said he's looking forward to working alongside another elite pass rusher. The energy in the locker room is through the roof, and that kind of chemistry is exactly what makes great teams even greater. And let's not forget the bigger picture here. This move isn't just about filling a roster spot. It's about sending a signal that the Cowboys are in win-now mode. They're not satisfied with division titles or wildcard berths. They want the big one, the Lombardi Trophy. And signings like this are how you get there. Hendrickson brings postseason experience, high football IQ, and a relentless motor that doesn't quit until the final whistle. He's the kind of player who elevates everyone around him, and that's what Dallas needs if they're going to finally break through in the playoffs. As the NFL world reacts to the signing, many analysts are already reworking their power rankings. Some are calling the Cowboys' defense potentially the best in the league. Others are comparing the Hendrickson-Parsons duo to the likes of Miller and Ware or Freeney and Mathis. It's high praise, but when you look at the numbers in the film, it's hard to argue. Hendrickson brings elite production, and now he's got a star on his helmet. For Hendrickson himself, the move to Dallas is more than just a new chapter, it's a mission. In his first public comments since the deal was announced, he said, "I came here to win. This team is hungry. The fans are passionate. The ownership is committed. This is where I want to be." Those words, delivered with calm confidence, were met with roaring applause from the crowd gathered outside the team's training complex. This is a big moment for the Cowboys, but it might just be the start of something even bigger. There's talk that more moves could be on the way. Dallas still has cap room, and insiders suggest that another veteran corner or wide receiver could be added before training camp. The front office is moving with purpose, and every decision seems aimed at stacking the roster with battle-ready talent. But for now, today belongs to Trey Hendrickson and the Cowboys' defense. It belongs to the fans who've been waiting for a signing that changes the tone of the entire offseason. It belongs to a franchise that is tired of being a step short and is now making sure they're one step ahead. The contract is closed. The arrival is confirmed. Trey Hendrickson is a Cowboy, and everything just got real. As the sun sets over the practice fields in Frisco, the energy in the air is undeniable. Players are smiling wider. Fans are chanting louder. Coaches are planning harder. And somewhere deep in the war room, Jerry Jones is probably looking at a draft board or a free agent list, already thinking about the next big move. Because that's what it takes to win. Relentless pursuit, calculated risks, and the guts to make the big calls. Cowboys fans, the momentum is building. The team is getting stronger. And now with Trey Hendrickson in Dallas, there's a new edge to the defense and a renewed belief that this might just be the year. Buckle up! The season's not here yet, but the excitement is already at playoff levels. Stay tuned, because if this move is any sign of what's to come, the Dallas Cowboys are about to give us one unforgettable ride.